I still remember the exact second my heart cracked open, like glass shattering in slow motion. The moment my own mother looked down at my little girl, smiled that tight, polite smile, and said, "This party's just for the real grandkids, honey. Your daughter can wait in the car." I'm Marcus. 43 years old. Estate lawyer. The guy who spends his days making sure dead people's wishes are honored while the living tear each other apart over money. And that day, standing on my mother's porch with my 9-year-old small hand going cold in mine, I finally understood what it feels like to be on the wrong side of the will. We'd driven 45 minutes for Evelyn's 70th birthday. Mia, that's my daughter, had spent her allowance on a lavender bath set because she overheard Evelyn once say she liked spa things. She'd wrapped it herself, crooked bow and all. She was excited. Bouncing in the back seat the whole way, practicing how she'd say, "Happy birthday, Grandma." I should have seen it coming. There were signs. Little cuts over the years that I'd stitched up with money and silence. The way Evelyn always introduced Mia as Marcus's little girl instead of my granddaughter. The way my sister Lena's boys got Christmas stockings with their names embroidered in gold thread while Mia got whatever was left at the dollar store. The way Lena would sigh, "You're so lucky you only have one," like raising a child alone after her mother overdosed was some kind of vacation. But I kept paying. I paid Evelyn's property taxes when she forgot the senior discount form. I paid for the new minivan when Lena's old one broke down because the boys need to get to soccer safely. I paid the plumber, the dentist for the twins' braces, the summer camp deposits. I paid because I was the responsible one. The single one. The one with no real family expenses. I paid because if I didn't, the guilt would arrive in waves, texts at midnight, tears over speakerphone. The twins' sad little faces weaponized in photos. I told myself it was love. But standing there on the porch, watching Mia's excitement drain out of her like air from a punctured balloon, I realized it wasn't love. It was ransom. I didn't fight. Didn't raise my voice. I just reached into my coat, pulled out the plain white envelope I prepared that morning, and handed it to Evelyn. "Happy birthday, Mom. Open it when you're alone." She took it, frowning. "What is this?" "Something I needed to say in writing," I told her. "So there's no confusion later." Then I looked down at Mia. Her eyes were fixed on the living room window, balloons, laughter, her cousins running wild inside. I squeezed her hand. "Come on, baby. Let's go home." She didn't cry until we were buckled in. Quiet tears sliding down her cheeks as she stared out the window. "Did I do something bad, Daddy?" The question nearly killed me. "No, sweetheart," I managed. "You did everything right." We ate ice cream for dinner. Watched her favorite cartoon. I let her stay up late. And at 11:52 p.m., my phone began to scream. 83 missed calls. Texts pouring in so fast the screen blurred. "Evelyn, Marcus, call me right now." "Lena, what the hell did you do?" "Evelyn, this isn't funny." "Lena, you're scaring Mom." "Aunt Clara, I always knew you were cold." I didn't answer. I set the phone face down and went to check on Mia. She was asleep clutching the stuffed elephant I'd bought her the week her mother died. I sat on the edge of her bed and made a promise I should have made years ago. No more. You see, I knew exactly what was in that envelope. I'd spent weeks preparing it, not out of spite, but out of exhaustion. My father died 3 years ago. Quiet man. Worked 2 jobs so we could eat. Before he passed, he asked me to handle his estate. Not Lena. Not Evelyn. Me. He set up a trust. The house went into it for Evelyn's lifetime use. A brokerage account worth about $460,000. A life insurance policy that rolled in. He named me trustee. Sole trustee. That meant I controlled distributions. I paid the real estate taxes from the trust. The homeowner's insurance. Repairs. Everything else. That came from me. Personally. 4 years. But after the porch, after watching my daughter be told she didn't belong, I stopped. The envelope contained 2 things. First, a formal letter on my firm letterhead, signed as trustee. Effective immediately, all personal subsidies from me were terminated. No more autopay for Evelyn's HOA. No more cash to Lena. No more emergencies. The trust would continue to pay legitimate housing expenses directly to vendors. Nothing else. Second, a spreadsheet. Every dollar I'd given them in the last 5 years. Dates. Amounts. Purpose. $4,120 in property tax shortfalls. $11,400 for Lena's minivan down payment. $7,900 to clear the home equity line Evelyn secretly took out to help Lena through the divorce. $38,400 total. With a note at the bottom. These were gifts. Not loans. But they will not continue. I wasn't asking for repayment. I was drawing a line. The fallout was everything I expected, and worse. Lena showed up at my office the next day, mascara streaked, voice shaking. How could you do this to Mom? On her birthday. I stayed calm. I didn't do anything to Mom. I just stopped letting you both do it to me. She laughed, bitter. You think you're better than us because you have money? No, I said. I think I'm done acting like my daughter doesn't matter. Evelyn tried tears next. Left voicemails that broke my heart and hardened it at the same time. I'm your mother, Marcus. How can you treat me like a stranger? I finally answered one call. You treated my daughter like a stranger first, I told her. At your front door. In front of everyone. Silence. Then a whisper, it wasn't like that. It was exactly like that. They called me cruel. Heartless. Ungrateful. They told the cousins I'd cut Evelyn off completely, a lie, the trust still pays her bills. They said I was punishing the twins for something they didn't do. And for a moment, 1 week, sleepless night, I almost caved. But then I looked at Mia. Really looked. She'd stopped asking to visit Grandma. Stopped drawing her cards. She was quieter. Careful. Like she was waiting for the next time someone told her she didn't belong. That was the moment I knew I'd done the right thing. Not because it felt good. Because it was honest. It's been months now. Radio silence from most of them. A few stiff, how are you, texts on holidays. Mia and I. We're closer than ever. We have our own traditions now. Sunday pancakes. Friday movie nights. She calls me Dad without hesitation. And for the first time, I feel like I'm the one being chosen. I didn't cut them off to hurt them. I cut them off to save us. So I need to ask you, because I still wonder some nights. If it was your child standing there, gift in hand, being told she wasn't family. Would you have kept paying? Would you forgive them? Or would you finally choose your real family, the one who chooses you back? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe for more stories.